Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about, well, this. From Screen Rant, how Netflix Cowboy Bebop is changing the anime, and why that's a good thing. No, I disagree. It is a bad thing. It is not doing a positive change, and the amount of hate it received, well, not hate, as in criticism it received was a well-earned criticism because it's an absolute shit what they have been doing. Not only is a problem with the two race swaps, one white dude, one Jewish dude, not only that, they also actually swapped, the Faye Valentine's clothing to a more conservative looking dressing, or not dressing, clothing, shorts, or a more conservative looking type of clothing, because she will definitely won't be able to move as much as the other one, but let's go. Netflix action! Now, imagine I'm doing that sort of accent or voice in the entire thing, but I'm not going to do it because it's gonna tire me. I'm all about not getting tired. Netflix live-action adaptation of the beloved series Cowboy Bebop is changing the anime for the better. Ever since the TV show released in the late 1990s, it has been considered one of the greatest anime series of all time, and one of the only instances where the English dub version is preferred to the Japanese. Cowboy Bebop follows a ragtag group of misfits aboard the Bebop, who struggle to find work as bounty hunters. Remember, this is... It's going to be bad, especially because of this. Netflix Cowboy Bebop is changing the anime for the better, with more emotionally mature lead and updated material that reflects the modern times. So in other words, what you're trying to tell me is that the Christian Puritans won over the battle, and now they won their desire to censor and make women dress up instead of dressing down, like what was common for the lefts, or the lefties back in the 90s. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because it feels like it. Cowboy Bebop has been praised for its complexity, for its Jesus Christ, for its complex yet likable characters, in its mix of genres, its category-defining soundtrack, and its deep, thought-provoking themes. Now, I don't think we're gonna see that on Netflix series, especially because thought-provoking is something that should not be done by Netflix. Well, according to their beliefs, because thinking is antithetical to the current lefty or leftoid mentality. Hey, I dropped some coffee. Not cool, dude, not cool. Oh, what was I? Oh yeah, Netflix announced live-action Cowboy Bebop should receive skepticism from some fans. Most of the fans who worried the series would suffer the same fate as many other live-action anime adaptations. Yeah, right. So far it looks crap. I mean, massive crap. Then again, that's pretty much following exactly what happened with pretty much every single live adaptation that Netflix has done. Yes, I'm even including The Witcher. The only way that Witcher is receiving positive ratings is due to the actor Henry Cavill, because he is the one carrying the series. Otherwise, all the actors and all the stories that they tell in that crap, including the ball sack costume that they have in there, without going too much details, is crap. Everything that Netflix touches becomes crap. Hey, it goes to show, like that meme that goes around, no matter how much you polish shit, it's still going to be shit. There you go. Alright, where was I? Oh, right. Which have been critical on financial failures. I'm looking at He-Man, although not live-action remake or adaptation, but still a good example of a failure. However, Cowboy Bebop has a change to break this trend. According to what? What evidence do you have for that? So far, what I have seen, based on everything they have released from the show, it shows like it's going to be a failure too. Anyway, it would have been a mistake to simply duplicate a series that many fans consider already perfect. What? What? If you want a good show, if you want to make money, if you want your show to be liked by the fans, duplicate as much as possible. Stick more to the original. Stick as close to the original as fucking possible. Then you will consider it, I don't know, follow that sentence in which you say, Cowboy Bebop has a chance to break that trend. If you follow the show as closely as possible, yes. Otherwise, it won't. But no. Well, it's a perfect show, so let's do everything completely. We'll do, no, you know what? Let's do a 180 and hope for the best. This time, the 13th time, will work this time, I guarantee. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Uh-huh. Because it feels like it. You imbeciles. John Cho, the lead actor is playing Spike Spiegel, Jewish, said in an interview, via voucher, yes, you're actually eliminating Jewish characters, you filthy, imbecilic, anti-Semitic morons. Now, he only agreed to join the project after being reassured it will not be a shot-for-shot remake. Well then, you shouldn't have hired John Cho, so you should have hired somebody else and done a shot-for-shot remake, or at least close to it as possible. And they won't. So explain. It was a recipe for encouraging unflattering comparisons. Well, now it's going to be done with a very unflattering comparisons, because now you shot on the series, completely shot on top of it, and then you expect people to like it? What sort of moron are you? Isn't John Cho from the... I forgot the name, it was a comedic series, Twilight Humor. Viewers would fixate only on comparing this Cowboy Bebop to the original. The Netflix series would fail before it even began. Oh boy, lack of self-awareness is big around the writer of this article. I remember back in the day when the actual Doom came out, 2006, I think it was, more or less, give or take a few years. You know, with The Rock, the movie was completely forgettable. Had generic story. Did not include the hell type of deal, which people wanted to follow as closely as possible to the game. They didn't. And guess the only thing that saved that show, the shot-by-shot or shot-for-shot part of replicating the first-person view. Yes, that's the thing that stayed with the fans for the most part. Everybody hated the rest of the movie, but that was what saved it. In many eyes, including mine. It's the scene that I remember the most. It was epic. And guess what? They don't have that first-person trick on this one. They only have generic characters, race swaps, and nothing of importance to tell. Anyway, where was I? Cho also admitted in an interview that he was initially insecure about his age difference. In the anime, Spike is 27 years old, while Cho is 49. One of the many differences between Cowboy Bebop adaptations. Look, I have no problems with age, since you look relatively young. It's still not a problem in my own view. Fine, won't do it. Maybe continue it after the show ended or something thereabouts, I don't know. But at least keep the characters the same, or at least most of their clothing the same, Unfortunately, that's something they didn't do. And they expect us to like this shit. Yet Cho believes that he can portray the character more successfully. Since he's older, he can better convey Spike's emotional depth, which, considering the show's themes about loneliness and confronting one's past, is arguably more important than sticking with the original character's age. Look, I don't care, but as long as you goddamn fucking keep the original show as untouchable as possible, that's fine, but the problem is, you're actually not doing that. Some of the Cowboy Bebop's material has been updated for modern times. There you go, modern times. In other words, that's code word for, yes, religious Puritanism. Faye Valentine's has a more practical outfit. How is that more practical than the actual skimpy outfit from the original Faye Valentine? Yes, her original outfit is much more practical. She has much more wiggle room than the current outfit she wears. But then again, this is a mentality of the Puritans of today. Puritanism won. The only difference is that they didn't do this in the name of Jesus, but in the name of social justice. Who knew? Anyway, where was I? Oh, that actually enabled Pineda, who performed stunts while wearing them. No, it just made her work much more difficult. Because that's why athletes, many athletes in the Olympics and elsewhere, prefer skimpy outfits. Exactly. Are you telling me that no, Daniela, Pineda is actually better at stunts than the actual fucking Olympic athletes? Is that what you're trying to tell me? It feels like it. Let's see. Finish this article because it's already giving me headaches. Although some fans express outrage over the change, it's a necessary adjustment when translating character designs from animation to live action. No, it is not! You fucking retard! You cock-sucking, cock-joking, fucking miserable idiot! Another update concerns a minor character, Grancia Mars Elijah Cool Eckner. Nicknamed Gran in the original name, Gran was a war veteran who took an experimental drug that increased their estrogen levels, causing them to grow boobies. Set in the year 2071, Cowboy Bebop was revolutionary in many ways, but a lot of the vocabulary that exists today for the alphabet community did not at the time it first aired. So basically, Netflix is going to whitewash history, is going to change history, it's going to change the story because it's important not to offend the pronoun gang. Remember, guys, if you want to live, do not offend the pronoun gang. Yes, these people are exceptionally dangerous. Anyway, continuing for the next Netflix show, Grant's character has been reimagined as non-binary and is portrayed by a non-binary actor. Remember, the word non-binary is a goddamn fucking idiotic concept. Do you want to tell me you're bisexual? Because that's basically what the word existed back in the day, and that's why it says B on the alphabet, LGBT. Bisexual. There you go. If you say you're non-binary, I'm pretty much taking that word as a sense of you want attention. That's the only thing it is. That's the only definition of the word. Non-binary, bisexual, done. Regardless of the reasoning behind the change. Oh, not even that. You could even claim the Q if you want to be a non-binary. Done. Anyway, regardless of the reasoning behind the change, some fans will only care that it is no longer perfectly accurate, as proven by the reactions to Faye's outfit. Perhaps they can be sated with the knowledge that the anime's original composer, Yoko Kanno, has returned, and the director, Shinichiro Watanabe, is a creative consultant for the series. That's a lie! A lie! A lie, a lie, a lie! It's lying! Holy moly, Screen Rant, you didn't do your research, did you? It turns out that Shinichiro Watanabe His name is only there, but he actually did not become a creative consultant because apparently, I think it was John Cho himself who said it, they didn't take a single fucking note that Shinichiro Watanabe gave. I think, don't quote me on that, I forgot about that specific detail, but either way, no, they did not use a single note that Shinichiro Watanabe did. That's the truth. Except the John Cho part. That one I'm not sure. Either way, okay, he did not consult, and he hoped that the series wasn't a goddamn fucking failure. But so far, it's proving to be a massive failure. You didn't do your research, did you, you filthy journalists? Their involvement with the live-action project shows that Netflix is committed to creating a series that is faithful thematically and artistically to the original. I would believe that if you actually did show us material following that. But unfortunately, you did not. So far, what you have shown us is a bunch of race swaps, character changing their clothing and completely and utterly changing vocabulary to appease a pronoun mob. So basically, you're lying, journalist. It's not faithful thematically and artistically to the original. It is not. Even if some elements have been updated, even if it's some elements, that's most of the show has been updated. Netflix Cowboy Bebop is changing the name, and that's a good thing. No, I disagree. So far, everything here that I have commented shows that this is a bad thing. When Cowboy Bebop airs in fall 2021, the talented cast and crew will be introducing a beloved series to a whole new generation. Hopefully, regardless of whether the viewers have seen the original anime, they will walk away from this adaptation pleased with the results. Yeah, no. I'm sorry, no. Not only did you erase a Jewish character, you actually race swapped a white character and you changed the outfit. And then you have the actual nonsensical bullshit called non-binary, when in fact, the entire concept that you just explained here about the non-binary Gran here is that he's still male, he's still a goddamn fucking super straight male who just happened to have big boobies. And that was a comedic effect on the anime. It's not related to non-binary, it's not related to anything else. But no, you actually have to go and change the story. So basically, what you're doing here is that you were trying to say it's similar to the original. Meanwhile, all the evidence that you have shown here is portraying that the show is only similar in the name. So, that's basically it, what you're trying to tell me. Good lord, you journalists don't know anything, do you? It's disgusting. Either way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you like this type of content, stay right here on youtube.com/Jester. See some, don't... I fucked up my outro again. Here I was going on a tirade. Anyway, on that bombshell, have a great fucking night. Whatever it is worth.